This is a Headgum original.
Ready?
Kinda, but like, why?
It's not that funny.
Did it? Do I have to wear headphones? I feel like I can hear everything.
Yeah, but you don't get the torture element of it, you know?
It's not torture being on the show. Is that what you're implying?
I'm implying that hearing a loud, clanging metal pipe is torturous.
It's not torturous. That's how we come back from the break.
Yeah, it's torturous and how we come back from the break.
Yeah. Sorry. Would you mind putting on your headphones?
Well, that's what I was saying. I feel like I don't need to wear the headphones because I can hear you guys. We're all here. There's no Zoom aspect.
Oh, you don't feel like you need to wear the headphones?
Correct.
Then why am I wearing them?
So you can hear the sound effects?
Yeah, you're the producer, the engineer.
Yeah, making sure the levels are fine.
Right.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Are you recording?
Allie has both cans on. Casey has one. You have none.
So it's a nice gradient. We have everything covered.
Um,
I heard the clapping. Don't need it. The sound effects are mixed so loudly that I could hear it ambiently through other people's
okay,
headphones.
well, what about this one? A softer one.
What's that?
That was Casey saying, what's that?
How did you hear that?
Because it's loud.
Yeah. All right.
Really loud.
Let's just...
Yeah.
There's no way around it. You have to go through Bond of the Week, but here it is, Bond of the Week. My pick is... Sorry. I didn't edit from last week, so it still says James Bond Street. So why don't you guys go first, and I'll figure out somebody on the way.
Yannick Sinner.
Who?
Yannick Sinner, he just won the Australian Open. He's Northern Italian, very tall, very slender, great head of hair.
I thought you
looks
said...
great,
yeah.
and I'm not done.
Yep.
Looks great in a suit. Speaks multiple languages.
I thought you were going to say...
He's a professional skier and a professional tennis player.
Yeah.
He's,
Temptress as well.
yes.
I thought you were going to say eunuched sinner.
What's that?
Somebody who has, for lack of a better term, kind of gone
Castrated
against
himself.
God's will so many times that
Mhm.
they don't deserve
Balls to have.
to have. Yeah. To have.
Beautiful singers.
Yannick Singers.
Again, we just got to make it through.
Yeah.
Barbara Broccoli, we're calling upon you. Have you guys ever called upon someone to do something? Because that's what's happening right now is that I'm begging Broccoli to make the choice, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's like Roy Wood Jr. at the Emmys.
I can't tell what you're mouthing.
Please hire a host.
Oh.
And then they just went back with Jon Stewart
Yeah,
for the
I
Daily
guess.
Show.
Yeah.
So
What is this?
I don't know who Roy Wood Jr. is.
He's a comedian who was a correspondent on The Daily Show. Everybody thought he was going to be the next host, and then they just went back to Jon Stewart because his Apple show got canceled because of Apple's corporate interests.
Mhm.
Yeah.
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 Yes.
They could handle the show for the 3 years in between presidential elections, but oh yeah, it would actually help Apple for another Trump presidency to happen.
Why?
Yeah, why?
Looser sanctions. Looser sanctions.
That's
as
my
Gen Z
bond of the
wears
week.
Looser jeans. Your bond of the week is looser sanctions and eunuched sinner.
Yannick
Yannick
Sinner.
Singer. That's what I meant to say. I feel like I don't mean to trace it all back to this, but it's the fact that the walls are not
Oh my
cola,
God.
salmon. That I've been off my game the past few weeks. Diet C.
Looser
Yeah.
sanctions or loser sanctions?
It's a good question.
My favorite position is GEO.
Allie, do you have a bond of the week?
Andre Agassi?
Okay.
Another tennis player.
Yeah.
Casey?
Victor Wembanyama.
Tall and skinny
All right,
as a...
finally we made it past. I wanted to talk to you guys about something. What?
I feel like we didn't delve into the victor of it all. Wembanyama.
That's
Wembanyama.
Yeah.
Fine. You want to? What more do you want to say about it?
Not me. Amir does.
Yeah, Amir, have at it.
I feel like I've actually pitched him before.
Okay.
It sounded familiar.
So we don't need to dive into
Check the database.
it. Yeah. Ferrari adds Lewis Hamilton,
Yeah.
replacing Carlos Sainz.
You guys hear about this?
No.
I saw you post, Geoff. Is this what this is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Casey, plug the pit wall, and then also, how do you feel?
Yeah, the Pit Wall. It's a Formula One podcast for casual fans. Lewis Hamilton is a Formula One driver, maybe the best to ever do it. 7-time world champion, looking for his 8th, and he's been driving with Mercedes for years, and he's leaving the team for Ferrari.
Wow.
Ferrari.
That's crazy. Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Why did he leave?
Why didn't you change?
We don't know yet.
Why did you
I'm
what?
guessing.
What'd you say?
You said, why did he leave? And I said, why didn't you chant? Because I was saying, Ferrari, Ferrari, and you didn't join.
I don't know what that is. Anyway, why did he leave?
It's Ferrari.
I'm
but with
guessing.
an Italian accent. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm guessing he didn't think Mercedes was going to be competitive for a bit.
Did they pay him? Is that how it works in F1?
Yeah, they definitely get paid to drive the cars.
So how much did he get paid like before versus now?
Oh, he's definitely one of the highest paid drivers. I don't know exactly what their contracts are, but it's somewhere between like 50 and 80 million.
A year?
I think.
I think that's over like 4 years.
Okay, over for like 4 years.
Before years? Before versus Ferrari years? Before versus Ferrari years.
Sure. Moving on to permanent jewelry. What do you guys think?
I can't stomach it.
Right?
No, not for me.
Not
that
for
a
me
thing?
either.
Yeah.
What would be permanent? What kind of jewelry is permanent?
Bracelets, necklaces.
Why permanent?
You'll go.
Yeah, why permanent?
You'll go to the jeweler, and they almost like they use like a little burning thing, and they like
Solderize.
solder
They
it. Yeah,
cauterize
they
it.
can
Can't take it
solderize
off.
it. So yeah, you can't take it
Into
off.
your skin?
No.
No.
Idiot.
Around your wrist.
I'm trying to learn.
It's just like welded around your ass.
So it'll
Yeah.
never fall.
Yeah.
And then if you decide you're over it and you want to get it taken off, you have to go back to a place and have them like.
I hate
Oh,
And
it.
I
so
assume-
not permanent at all.
Yeah, it's like a tattoo. You can get it removed, but it's not easy.
What
you know?
is permanent?
And
Sure.
but you know,
If you're lazy.
the only way that I can see this
What is
being
permanence,
useful is in
really?
terms of chastity.
Meaning?
Just, the permanent belts of it all, just like welded onto your glands. Does that make sense?
It
I don't mean to
does
get too
not.
crass early in the episode. I just am saying I can see how that would be useful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Useful to who?
To those who wish to stay chaste.
I think it's mostly like little bracelets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I get that for sure. Yeah. I mean, yeah. So.
Do you think chastity belt wearers are the ones who want to be wearing it? You don't believe that someone else is making them wear it?
That's
I think
a
they
really
want
good
someone else to
question.
make them wear it.
I'm pretty
So
sure
they still
someone
want
else
it.
is making them wear those things.
I know, but they want the person to make them wear it.
I mean, it was
Okay.
the Jonas Brothers' parents that wanted them to wear their chastity rings.
Yeah. Which honestly
Thoughts?
could have been permanent jewelry.
Not really.
But a ring that's permanent just has to be sized thus that you couldn't have slid it on and you can't get it past the knuckle.
I don't want to have this conversation anymore. Please, moving on.
Moving on to Curb Your Enthusiasm is back and then gone.
Mm-hmm.
How do we feel? And also, what's going to replace it? I feel like we could have an Amir style show.
That'd be cool.
So instead of Curb Your Enthusiasm, it's like curb stomp your boss and have an orgasm. It didn't exactly work. I just was wondering, like, if your teeth are gone, and that's
Didn't
the
work
show.
at all.
I know, but I was like, it was a thread, it was a pitch.
I would say Curb Your Enthusiasm is one of the funniest television shows of all time.
I agree.
12 seasons is a lot.
Okay.
So he gave it more than enough. He did a great job, and I'm sad to see it gone. But 25 years on TV, that's a lot.
Yeah, but only 12 seasons in 25
Yeah.
years. So
Takes time to reload and get inspired again.
I haven't really seen the last like 6 seasons.
They're good.
For whatever reason, when they changed from like it looking shitty to it looking a little
It
nicer,
bothered
I was
me.
like, I don't think I want to watch this now.
You didn't
Yeah,
like
also-
the HD version of
Yeah.
it.
I feel like he's, I love Larry David, but he has started to look worse. So it's like that's when you really should be softening the aesthetic. You shouldn't be like seeing everything in 4K.
Yeah, I really think I would have watched Curb all the way through if they stayed in like standard definition, even
Yeah.
today.
Interesting.
like if you want to spend more money on the aesthetic, you should shoot on film.
Sure, yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Did you see the Seinfeld reunion season?
Yeah.
I
Great,
did. I did
yeah.
watch that one. Yeah,
That was fantastic.
yeah. I think that one still looked shitty,
Yeah.
if I remember correctly.
I like the one where they put up the producers
Yeah,
because
also a
Ben
great
Stiller's in it.
season. I mean, every
Mhm.
season is great.
Yeah.
Was that your idea for that segment right there?
No, I actually think we could pitch an Amir vehicle, but
Mm-hmm.
nobody wants to play along with me today, so let's just move on, I guess. All right, here we go. This is not a segment, it's just something that I wanted to share. So,
It's a video of people making a belt. You wanted to show us this?
just let's all watch.
I guess it's kind of cool.
There's no audio.
Leather working.
It's a nice looking belt.
This is like a classic TikTok you get served. Where you're just like, why am I watching this? And it's 11:49 p.m. I should go to bed.
Watch
And you
this,
keep,
watch
you
this.
keep watching it and you realize it's like 45 minutes long.
Yeah, yeah, okay, never mind.
Ooh.
That was cool.
Pretty good.
Like the process of watching this is oddly satisfying, as the internet would say.
Yeah.
Correct.
But what I wanted to run by you guys is the final belt kind of looks like shit, right? It's like 4 inches wide. Like no one's
Yeah.
gonna wear that.
Yeah, that was like a size 12
Thick
belt.
as shit.
Yeah. Just more about the process of making it. When they punch a hole, does it separate or is it literally removing that leather as a circle, if that makes sense?
There's also like text on the screen that's really small that's like
Yeah.
narrate, and then Geoff turned it off.
Never
Yeah.
mind then, I guess.
Now I don't need the headphones on. I hear the sound effects outside of the headphones.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a pretty good episode so far.
So far, we've done Bond of the Week and looked at a belt.
And I think that's the perfect time to
Yeah.
See you later, Amir.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Guys, if you had an extra hour in your day, how would you spend it? Because I would absolutely fix all of my problems with the extra hour. That's the issue, is that there aren't 25 hours in the day, so I can't become a better version of me. Does that make sense? But maybe you would want to go for a run or go for a nap or go for reading a book. Because a lot of us spend our times wishing that we had more time in our day. And the question is, time for what? Because if time was unlimited, how you would use it would infer your mental health and your happiness and your joy. The best way to squeeze that special thing into your schedule is to know what's important to you and make it a priority. Therapy can help you find what matters to you so you can do more of it. I'm in therapy every week. I've definitely benefited from it, and I would highly recommend it to anybody who has access to it, and BetterHelp makes it easier. So if you're thinking of giving therapy a try, start with BetterHelp. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire and get matched with a licensed therapist, and switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. Learn to make time for what makes you happy, for what makes you get joy with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/what's-that today to get 10% off your first month. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/what's-that. Thanks, BetterHelp.
There it is.
There it fucking is. We're back yet again with that Friday feeling on a Thursday. But
Is this coming out
next Friday, week
so
from
like
tomorrow.
February 9th or something?
Sure, yeah.
So we'll have survived the atmospheric river. Are you
The
familiar
Pineapple
with this?
Express,
Yes.
yeah.
There's a moisture belt just whipping through California, creating
Yeah.
The Arc
unprecedented.
storm.
Yes, a superstorm, creating 5, 6, 7, 8 inches of rain,
Absolutely.
which is like usually an entire winter's worth of moisture just
Mudslides,
all
yeah.
happening
Absolutely.
in one 3 to 4
One
day
fell
span.
swoop, I would say.
Yeah.
Is that crazy?
And
To
we just
say
got a
one fell
sampler
swoop?
of it today, and it was
It
a
was
lot.
an any teaser sampler platter
Correct.
in terms
And
of the torrential downpour.
By the time
Yeah.
this gets released, we'll have either survived or not.
Or not. That's what I was going to say. Because the
Exactly.
mudslides, especially with your house,
The
which,
implications
I can't
of
stress
it
this
are
enough.
potentially devastating.
Your
the
house could slide off the
ramifications
hill, we
spread
could say.
from San Diego to San Francisco.
Yeah, San Miguel
Hundreds
to
of
San
miles
Gabriel.
of coastline.
All the sands.
in
All the sands are turning
peril
into sand.
because it's basically
Because
creating this wet dirt, mud, sliding,
moisturizing
never-ending,
thing that won't
unrelenting
ever
moisture
unrelent.
system.
That's what I was going to say.
Where
Because
and nobody really
at no
knows
point nobody's going
what
to ever
is
understand
capable
what
of happening
could happen
until
with
it
the rain.
happens. There could
Because
be flooding.
next Friday, let's say the fucking 9th. That's when
Yeah,
we'll know
exactly.
if we had
Right.
survived this. So we're
So
recording
edit
this
this
now.
fast so you don't have to worry about power, electricity going out.
I don't
wind,
mind. Yeah.
gale force winds whipping, creating power line
Mm-hmm.
outages, internet outages. It's all in play.
This is a segment I like to call critiquing classical.
You're yelling.
You're not wearing your headphones.
It's very loud.
You really need your headphones for this one.
Done.
Before it continues, this is a segment I like to call critiquing classical. I think something that, they say when you're like, writing a piece, right? Whether it's music, whether it's a script, to put people together, characters together that have instant tension,
Mhm.
Like, for instance, there's nothing that, like, I don't know, Peter MacArthur,
Mhm.
Would say that I would agree with.
Really? Nothing.
Like, he and I are like two opposite ends of the spectrum in a certain way.
Have you ever met him?
I think I've said 4 words to the guy, but that's because we don't have much to talk about. You know what I mean?
You said 4 words, and you don't think he
All
agreed
4 of
with
them
any
were
of
in
them.
opposition to him.
Yes,
I could see it in
yes.
his eyes. So my point is, like, if you put Peter and I in a room, that's instant tension, and there's going to be some, like, interesting conversations, if nothing else, if not, hilarity ensuing. So I thought that what we could do is pair classical masterpieces with modern dumbassery, which is to say we're going to listen to some classical music on the show and see how that informs the rest of the show. If you have any critiques about me, the piece, or each other, or the world at large, say them while the music plays.
Sure. And we
Yeah.
have been having discussions here about, playing music on.
But that's copyrighted music.
So this is not copyrighted.
Public domain.
Public domain. And like the performances are also not.
Those are copyrighted.
Yeah.
Yeah. The piece is not.
Hmm.
The recording is.
So we don't really
Okay.
know the legal ramifications of what's about to happen.
I know,
Yeah.
but we also don't know how fun it might be to have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
you're-
It doesn't sound like it's that good. Just because you're saying, let's listen to classical
Yeah,
music
my
and
understanding is
critique
you
each
want
other.
us to just do the show while classical music is.
wax while classical music is
Oh,
playing, but it's
gotcha.
also kind of a druthers situation.
Mhm.
I wanted to see if I created this, what I like to call it, a container, an arena that we can all play within, where it's like, okay, now we get what's happening, versus just like, what the fuck are we all talking about?
Sure.
I also want there to be a critical bend to this, so let me see what I can kind of pick you guys apart for,
Oh, you're gonna criticize us.
Oh, I thought we were criticizing the song.
or the song. Criticize anything.
Okay.
Yeah. Casey, have you ever been to Waltz? You wear this Waltz hat all the time.
Oh yeah, I go to Waltz all the time.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Do you wear that hat at Waltz?
No, never.
And that's the thing. So whenever you're not at Waltz, you have the hat. Whenever you're at Waltz, you don't have the hat.
I don't wear the Waltz hat at Waltz.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
And you know what? They don't make the yellow anymore.
You're right.
I'm not loving the way that the music is swelling there.
You put the music on.
No, I know. Oh,
Your critique.
right? It's a little in your face, the music. I'm saying, like, maybe like there's subtlety, there's beauty in subtlety.
So you want us to critique the music now?
I'm critique anything that you're thinking of.
Okay.
Yeah.
See?
See?
I don't think this is a good idea.
This segment.
Yeah.
See, that's a good jumping off point. What would make it better?
No classical music.
But the whole segment is like the classical music
Yes.
bend to it. Does that make sense?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I don't like about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Do
that's a
you-
good start. That's what
Do
I'm
you
saying.
know what this piece is?
Am I allowed to look at my laptop?
Sure.
Sure.
It's Don Giovanni's overture from Mozart.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's good.
Thank you. No, that's the wrong thing to do, actually. You're supposed to be critiquing shit. It's like a Casey's druthers, a Marika's druthers, and Amir's druthers, and Allie's druthers. But nobody's saying anything. You're just kind of staring at me.
Because we're trying to wrap our heads around what is happening.
Well, isn't it more difficult because of the classical music?
It is.
Yes, exactly right.
Yeah, it's
Critique
harder.
that. Critique shit.
I did. I
Okay.
said the segment's not good.
Yeah, we are
but that's
critiquing
not
the segment.
constructive. That's just negative.
I was saying you should stop playing the classical
Then
music.
it's not a segment. Then it's just us talking.
Right, that's fine.
Is it?
So
I don't
the
think
music
that's enough. It's
makes
milquetoast.
it a segment?
The music makes it a container, I said, an arena to play
Container.
within.
Playing.
It is.
Now it's more fun.
Thank you. And now there's like a little bit of whimsy going on, which I'm not sure. Yeah.
You're not sure if you like?
No, I like the song.
You think
I just
it's
don't
good
know
for
if
the
we're
show?
vibing with it because everybody's just staring me dead at the eyes.
Well, let's be honest. The song slaps.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
This is actually pretty dope.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do? Say Mozart? I have a note for
If
him.
you don't have a note for Mozart, what about a note for the show, a note for Casey, a note for Amir, a note for your ass?
We did give the note for the show.
I fear that you guys both took the headphones off, and it's
I
not.
can hear it.
I can hear it from
It's
the
loud.
headphones
I
being
know,
down here.
but then it's like you're not. Yeah.
I'm
all
not
right.
immersing myself in
They're
the
not
music.
immersed.
Why
They're
don't
not
you
in the
steer
container,
fucking
the
ship then?
arena.
Do you-
The arena. You're not in the arena if you don't have the headphones on.
Do you love Mozart in the Jungle? Are you sad it got canceled?
I don't know what that is.
Okay.
Have you seen Amadeus? Amadeus, you see it? Ever heard of it?
I had to
I know
watch
that's
that.
his middle name.
Amadeus
Is that a
is a good
show?
movie.
Yeah,
You
it
guys-
is a good movie.
See,
Pretty
now's
good.
the time where it's swelling in the cans, and you're not experiencing the same thing as me.
Because, yeah, it's so loud the way you put it in our headphones. So I like the way it sounds from a distance. Are you going to edit that audio in or just have it bleed through our microphones?
Were you in band growing up?
I was I had to play the clarinet growing up.
Okay.
Had to?
Yeah,
Why?
you had to learn an instrument in school, so I had
Yeah.
to learn.
Not
I,
in
I
my
cho-
school.
I chose
Really?
the
School in
clarinet.
Florida. They got rid of instruments.
They don't have any instruments.
No
Can
music
you sing
in
in
Florida.
there or
No, it's Footloose.
It's footloose rules down there.
no dancing or singing?
That's right.
Strict no rejoicing. Right?
You said you had to play the clarinet, but it seems like you had to play an
An
instrument.
instrument.
You chose the
I
clarinet.
chose the clarinet, but what am I going to play? The viola?
Play a guitar.
That was not an option. Believe me, I would have played the guitar.
I did French horn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's this going,
much
do you
else-
think?
yeah.
It's not going well, but
Really?
I
It was,
feel like
it was half baked of an idea.
No, and I get that.
It's
I don't
now
know.
kind of, to me, sounding like Geoff's internal soundtrack.
I see. He's
That's
going a little
this-
bit crazy.
Yeah.
This is what it...
He's-
Like, this is a little too sophisticated for what is actually happening in Geoff's head.
Yeah.
But I think the
Dissonance.
emotion...
I thought that there
is-
would be
excuse me,
cognitive
I'm
dissonance.
trying
Yeah.
to...
I don't even know when your sentences end because it's so loud in my headphones.
So take it
Yeah.
off.
I can't because then we're not in the arena, the container.
Yeah. It's like he's resenting the arena that he put us in.
Yeah.
container he created.
Yeah.
It's hard because I did so much to like help you guys, and then I
Right.
start to resent how much I did to help you.
Right.
Yeah.
What did you do to help us?
Just kind of set up the
Container?
container,
Yeah.
the arena to play
play
within,
in.
right?
Yeah.
Because then it's like that's half the
Let's
battle.
look at the
Right.
belt video again. I think there was some more there to mine from. We left that pretty fertile soil.
There was 2 more songs, but it went so poorly that I feel like we have to figure something
you wanted to
else
do
out.
this for another 10 minutes?
I thought it was going to be a 20-minute
Well-
segment where we were all just going to dive into each other and kind of argue over classical.
We did
You
that.
want to argue, but I don't think the music was making us want to argue.
Well, and also you
was
kind
nice.
of made it seem like you wanted us to point out things about each other that we don't like.
Yeah.
I
or
don't
that
mind that,
we could
yeah.
work on.
That's what
Yeah.
you said.
And then you said to note myself. I'm not giving any notes.
Well, actually,
It's
it's good
giving
that you brought that up
notes.
because I could do this again. I took this little video. I'll take a photo now.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
On the last recording we did of you're wearing the same boots that we did
Correct.
the last recording, and I noticed
Stones on the
how your ankles
Mhm.
only fill like half
half
of the boot.
screen, half
Yeah.
the boot. Yeah.
Thin
Yeah.
ankles.
No,
I
that'll
just took
never
a,
not
I
be an
just
issue
took a
for
photo.
me.
I'll send it to you.
A lot of
so you
slack
can,
between the
you
heel
can
and
see
his
the criticism
Achilles.
I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to find shoes that have a thin opening like that.
Well,
They
it's
don't
hard to
really.
find out that Casey's been thinking about this for a week.
3 days. 3 days.
Okay. Yeah, because we did this on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh, that camera's not facing you anymore. Are you using the GoPro?
Yeah. It does look better a little bit on these monitors.
What, the GoPro?
Yeah.
Yeah, I set up everything to look correct
I appreciate
when
that.
they are pointing in the right
direction. That's what I was going to
yeah.
say. And is the show heading in the right direction?
This
You
one
tell
is not.
us. All right, I'm sending you all this picture of Geoff's ankle.
Okay. Slack or
I texted it.
yeah.
Like you could really, if you zoom in, you could really see how much space is in there in that boot.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah. So
It reminds me of
the
like
viewers will be seeing this. It's hard because like,
let me send you what it reminds me of.
yeah, it's hard because these boots are my size through the foot, not through the ankle.
Yeah.
And you can't know that from ordering boots online. They don't have an ankle size.
You can email customer support.
You think I'm going to email those fuckers?
I do.
I think you'll email them right now.
Hindsight 2020, I would have ordered a half size down. But any smaller than that, I would have given me blisters for sure. It would have been me blisters for sure. Oh my God. They put it to a fan vote if they want the new NBA logo to be that or Kobe, and that edges it out.
Can't you see the similarities though?
I get it.
You sort of have
I see the similarity
Holmgren-esque
in like the ankle
thinness.
area
Yeah.
for sure. You wanted criticism.
Yeah, not that personal, right? You know I'm sensitive about my thankles. What do you want? This is body shaming, right? I wanted you to be like, oh, Jeff's hair is off. Jeff's like waist.
No,
is
your hair
too-
looks good. And now you're mad at me?
No, let's just
Did you
by the
shampoo
way,
it recently? It does look like curlier almost.
yeah, I shampooed it today. Sorry, I just gotta. Oh, I'm supposed to record the Headgum podcast right now.
You have an alert for a recording that's a half hour after the recording's
fact,
supposed to
yeah,
start?
that way I get the alert being like, you are exactly where you're supposed to be.
Uh-huh.
I was reading this article today that said the psychology of New Year's resolutions, which 2 weeks ago we doled out resolutions. I figured we could kind of check in on those because it was saying that it's more successful to set a goal for the new year in February statistically than it is in January. So I wanted to check in. Amir, how's that youth? Are you embodying young?
That wasn't my resolution.
That's the one I gave to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I had the flu, and then I've been sick for all of January. Really,
Yeah.
it's not really embodying young, sort of feeling old.
Yeah, but in a way, kids get sick often because they're still building that immunity. Do you feel like you're on the upswing of your immunity, or do you feel like you're on the downswing of life?
Well, I turned 41, so
Oh.
it feels like just slightly over that
Yeah.
hill,
Okay.
average age-wise.
Well, I think by the time like you're 80, they're gonna come up with like some medicine, some science stuff where you'll be able to live to like 120. I think.
Yeah.
If
And
you
do you think
want.
that the medicine's going to be
If I
colloidal silver, or?
I haven't looked into the science yet.
Okay.
I don't know exactly how they're gonna make it happen, but I do believe we are all gonna be living and working into our hundreds.
Imagine being 108 and going to an office.
At some point, that song's going to be like a greatest hit.
Yeah.
It's going to be a classic when
The
we're 100
grainy
something.
version. Yeah.
Yeah.
The oldies channel will be playing Fetty Wap.
I got broads in Atlanta.
Yeah.
What?
This is one
I
of those
wasn't here when
episodes-
we did the New Year's resolution episode.
You were here for the. My wrist hit the
Yeah.
Yeah.
trackpad. Yeah.
You got the opposite problem of your ankles with your wrists.
Yeah.
You have
That they're
thick wrists.
huge. Yeah.
Yeah.
They kind of protrude like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like a Tetris piece.
You were there.
Well, I brought in the flam.
You brought in the flan. Yeah. And oh, do you want me to dole out a resolution for you?
Yeah, I'd love one.
I'm worried that every episode this year is going to be being like doling out resolutions, checking in.
You're
on
worried about
resolutions.
that?
Yeah.
So don't do it.
Mm.
You're in charge. If you're worried about something about this show, just do the opposite.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say that. We did talk about on that episode that you've been to a lot of places where the veil is thin.
The veil is thin?
Yeah, you've been to Ojai, you've been to Topanga.
Oh, yeah.
My fear for you is that you're not grounding yourself enough in this spiritual dimension, this realm.
That's fair.
No, it's not.
I just you don't want to be so far, gone.
Yeah. Stay grounded. Don't. My head is too in the clouds.
Well, beyond the clouds. I mean, it's out of the stratosphere.
Right.
And that's my fear for you. So
I'm listening.
Yeah, but you're not agreeing.
I want to see where you're gonna go with it.
I'm already almost there. So at this point, you should have been agreeing or not.
I can't agree
I
with.
want Allie to go to places where it's you're nowhere near the veil.
Okay.
So, veil. Fucking Cincinnati, Louisville,
Have
San
you been there?
Diego. What's that?
Have you been to Cincinnati?
I have been in the airport.
Have you been to Louisville?
I have been there.
Did you go to the Louisville Slugger factory?
No, I went to the library bar.
Okay.
Okay, so
Where-
you
Places where there is a kind of a
a
spiritual
thicker
void.
air?
A
Oh.
thicker air, yeah. Sort of
Okay.
something that's weighing you down physically. And for think theme parks, think commerce.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds
Awful.
not like a resolution I've ever heard of for sure.
It sounds honestly not like a resolution.
Yeah.
It sounds like an itinerary.
It sounds like a mandate.
That's yeah.
Yeah.
So you want Allie to go to Epcot?
Go to Vail. Go to Epcot.
Places where the veil is thick.
Yeah. Enjoy
Vail.
some thick air.
Yeah.
Great.
So how's that been going for you so far?
Well, it hasn't
Um,
happened yet.
Well, January.
I think
Checking.
since I've been set out on my quest so far, I'm
Have you
doing
been to
okay. I've never been to Vail. I've been to Louisville.
This
Louisville?
year though?
Yeah.
In terms of this year's resolution.
No, I've just been here. This whole month I've just been here.
Especially this episode.
Yeah.
What's that?
Casey, your resolution was go Hollywood. How's the
Hmm.
funding coming for the two movies that you have? One is kind of on a bigger scale, one is on a lower scale.
I'm working on them.
Mm-hmm.
Something will be made this year. I promise you that. I make that promise. I'll make that promise to the listeners. Hold me accountable.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a movie. It's happening.
I,
Wow.
Had a meeting last week.
With?
My producers,
Okay.
figuring out, the pre-production stuff, scheduling, budgeting.
And do you think that you think they actually are the real deal, or you think that they're gonna string you along and they're not gonna get the money, and then it's gonna be like, guys, where are you? Where are we at on this? And they're like, oh yeah, we're almost there. We're almost gonna start producing. But
These guys know. I'm making a movie with a close-knit group of people.
And how are you doing getting into that close-knit circle?
not well. The threads
Right.
I
aren't.
invited him to the table read.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
And I would have heard him play one of the parts,
Yeah.
Oh my God.
considering casting him.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
And
he
then what
did not
happened?
come.
No
Did not
show.
show?
Yeah, didn't show up at all.
Did he say he was going to come?
I don't remember. Did you say you were going to come and you just flaked? Or
I said I could come to one of the days, and then you did it on a different day.
no. Wait, no. I remember. I did it specifically on the day that you said you could,
Oh.
and then you said you were tired. I believe.
No. It's that my dad is severely immunocompromised, and he asked if I could lay low before I traveled home.
Interesting. You didn't relay that to me.
I think I did.
I don't think so.
Oh.
He would have remembered severely immunocompromised. That's a
Yeah.
pretty terrifying 2 words.
Well, it's
to
hard
hear.
because, I mean, let's be honest, as long as we're critiquing, Casey's been absent for the past couple of months. All he can think about are these projects, which is, by the way, part of the reason his New Year's resolution that I'm giving him is to go Hollywood. Is just make the movie so you can stop talking about it.
Sounds like he
I think
is.
you talk about it more than I do.
That's true.
How often do you shampoo your hair?
Once a week.
Yeah.
Next. Yeah, you guys never ask me any questions about me. Let's get some questions for good old Geoff.
Do you
you think about-
condition?
Yeah,
Do you have a skincare regimen?
I do.
What is it?
It's
Drop it, King.
Yeah, drop it, King.
Drop it, King.
Drop it, King.
It keeps happening and it gets more atmospheric and I wake up in a cold sweat. CeraVe in
Yeah.
the shower. Sorry.
I do the same. Sorry to make it about me.
Talk about the movie.
I don't want to.
That was you
Tell me
stealing
what kind
the
of
floor.
CeraVe do you use?
How much money do you need? Ask how much money do you need to stop talking about the funding, to stop talking about the meetings with producers? I'll give you 10 grand to put a sock in it. CeraVe in the shower.
Foaming face.
Lotion wise.
Are you so happy about the Michael Cera campaign?
I'm indifferent.
I
What
don't
difference
like
does
it.
it make to me cleansing my face if there's a celebrity endorsement or not?
Oh, it makes every difference to me.
You like it?
I love it.
You love it?
I love celebrity endorsements.
Okay, yeah.
I love it.
I'll buy something. I'm susceptible. If I think that someone cool likes it, I'll get it too.
Interesting.
Interesting.
You're an alpha
You're an
consumer.
alpha consumer.
Yeah.
Don't repeat what I'm saying.
I'm trying to be more like your ass.
Is that alpha or is it beta? Because it's kind of follower.
It's alpha.
As someone that just repeated what I said.
Yeah, I'm obviously a leader. It's CeraVe in the shower.
Mhm.
Like foaming face, or there's a lot of different CeraVe soaps you could be using.
Is it a drama? Is it a dramedy? You obviously want to talk about the movie. You keep interrupting me and you're trying to make it
I'm
seem
trying to get more details out
like
of
it's
your
about
routine.
my routine, but it's really just about how much cash you want us to write you checks for.
I have not mentioned money at all.
You've mentioned
today.
the movie and meetings with producers.
You brought it up.
You mentioned the table read. You mentioned the CeraVe.
matter.
Non-foaming CeraVe in the shower.
Great.
Fucking moisturizer.
What kind?
It's Dr. something.
That's every day.
Shoals, that's for feet.
That's for feet.
You've been putting feet moisturizer on
Well,
your face.
my derm has said that my facial skin and structure
Looks like
is
a
akin
foot.
to a foot.
Okay.
No, I'm pulling up the actual name of it right now. You guys are free to talk amongst yourselves so that the onus isn't always fucking on me. And don't say, oh, but you host the show. I can't make something out of nothing.
You just said, why don't you guys ask me questions?
Then we did, and then
And
you
we
got
did,
mad.
and now you're mad.
It's like La Roche-Posay or something,
oh, yeah.
right?
I always, I call that La Roche pussy.
Oh yeah, I can
Me
see
too.
that.
Yeah.
Because there's like a little bit of pussy left. If
Yeah.
you want to get high off of it.
And you wear that on your face. Is that an everyday thing
And
or
pride. I wear it on my face in pride.
okay?
Okay.
And
Okay,
you-
French. French moisturizer.
Unbelievable.
So that's nice. Good for you.
What are your guys? Drop your guys' face routine or whatever. I'm still trying to pull it up because it's not La Roche Posay. I actually don't think it's something else. It's Doctor something.
I use CeraVe foaming facial cleanser in the shower, and then CeraVe moisturizer.
I kind of gathered that because you were really,
Sorry.
really hoping that he was using foaming too, I
You
felt.
really took the floor right there.
You just said talk
know.
about our
I just
facial
think it's
cleansing
interesting how
routines.
comfortable you were in taking the floor. There should be some tepidness.
I was
in how you
piggybacking
approach,
off of the fact that you
that
also
I'm a
use
leader.
CeraVe. Do you use CeraVe because Alex Albon is a skinfluencer for it?
I use CeraVe because Alex Berkman mentioned it.
Why did you
That's the
pick
only
the
reason?
clarinet? You seem more oboe.
Because they didn't have the oboe. The school had the fucking instruments. You just
Oh.
had to bring your own reeds. Lou or otherwise. This is not going the way
You
I
don't
thought
think
it
it's
would.
going well?
No.
I think it's
I walked into the office. I said it was going to be an amazing episode, but you
Why?
know what?
What did
Because
you
it was
have
a
planned
I
other
was
than
a
that?
know
half-baked
how to-
outline.
It was
Yeah.
developed
The
in
lineup
the
was
classical music.
It was developed so that you guys would have fun during it. It was loose.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, oh, like Jeopardy. It wasn't like quote match. It was like, what about something that's a little bit looser where we get to talk about our skin routines, where Casey
Right.
has the space and time to talk about his fucking funding.
You said you had a perfect segment for Anya.
I said
that
I have
she
a
should
perfect
come-
game going for Anya, radio free.
Yeah, and that she should come at the 20 to 40 minute mark. Did you think the classical music section was something that she would really like / want to participate in?
She
Is
loves
that-
Mozart, and that was a Mozart original.
She does?
Yeah, it was her second most listened to artist on her Spotify.
She was
Wrapped.
Mozart for Halloween.
That's right.
Wow.
Yeah. It's
Found
actually
it.
such a good
Gold
costume.
Faden MD Vital Boost Moisturizer. It's not cheap, but it works well.
No free pub.
Yeah, I'm
Leave
gonna block that out of my memory of the episode and a black bar. Bam blam. Gold fade and MD bright eyes for dark circles.
Oh,
yeah.
that's so nice.
And then I usually use SkinCeuticals vitamin C serum, but that's too expensive, so I've been not using that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
I actually don't use anything.
You don't wash your face?
No.
I
mean,
don't-
I wash my face in the shower, but I don't use a face wash and I don't use a moisturizer.
You're saying this like we're gonna be like, really?
Yeah.
We know.
Casey seems shocked. I have a very like oily skin by default, so like the idea of like putting stuff on there always kind of scared me. Like when I was more of an acne-ridden teen, I used to like get like the specific face washes and medications and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But now as an older man and older gentleman,
Would
it
you
is
ever get
what it
IPL
is.
done? Intense pulse light therapy or something? It's like it's for dry eyes, but it also helps with periodontic rosacea.
I guess if I had that, I would.
I guess if I had that, I would. You have it. It's underlying, but it could return at any moment. I wonder if you do the IPL.
Yeah, I mean the lights are pretty bright, so I don't know what you see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're under a microscope on the show, not only emotionally, but also physically.
You think I have what, rosacea?
It's not me thinking it. It's the comment section and me.
Everyone's talking about it. They're
See,
hashtag
all right, now we're
screaming
getting
eczema.
somewhere. You can feel the energy waves getting a little bit better. We're all on the same wavelength. And it's
Right.
not a lot of, by the way, this is what I'm seeing. It's times 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're accusing us of having skin diseases.
I'm not accusing, I'm diagnosing.
Right.
You don't go to the doctor and you're like, do I have a dissected carotid artery? And
You're
he's
not
like,
a
I'm
do-
accusing
Yeah, you're
you
not
of
a
that.
doctor, yeah.
Yeah, not a doctor. Dan Gore. I am not a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, I have been at the doctor a lot recently.
Yeah.
So I think I can speak with a certain edge.
How are your eyes?
Not well.
Really?
Yeah.
They look cloudy.
Yeah, they always do. I have a pinguecula,
Which
right there,
means?
which means it's like a non-cancerous growth due to UV light and dry eyes. But I might have a needle stuck into that eye.
Oh my God. Right through the middle?
I guess near this tissue that would inject like a... I'm not like infallible. You're staring at me like that shouldn't have messed me up.
Yeah.
I'm talking about a very invasive medical procedure that I might need to get 12 times in a row.
12 times in a row.
In a year, I said, not
Once
in a
a
row.
month?
You said
Once
in
a
a
month.
row.
You said it in a row.
I said in a year, I meant.
You also are constantly getting procedures, so this shouldn't rattle you.
I got probed.
Correct.
Yes, with a rod.
Yeah.
Where?
It's in your fucking eyelid.
Yes!
He talks about it all the time. You do like a weird
Why is this not a shock to you guys? That's not quasi RF radio frequency.
Yes.
Another thing Anya would love.
Radio
Right.
frequency Anya.
She's here.
She won't do the show. She was like, I have to go live at 5. And I was like, this show's going to be over by 5.
Yeah.
And she still wouldn't guess. And then she said, what time do you need me to come on? I said 4:20 to 4:40. It's 4:47. She knows that it's 4:47 and she refused to come.
Okay.
Okay. I guess maybe that's
No,
something
because when you
should-
guys respond with like, okay, it's like, then the audience is like, holy shit, Geoff is like going off the deep end today.
You are.
No, I'm not. You said I had the thankles. You said that I had cloudy eyes. You said, oh, fund my movie for free. No points on the back end. Then why would I cut you the check? Then why would I cut you the check? I'm not here to be patronizing the arts, Casey. I said, go Hollywood. I said, you have 2 scripts. Make one or both.
I've got 3 scripts.
So make one of the 3.
I'm trying.
been
It's
2.5
hard.
weeks.
It's a
You've done
miracle to
nothing
make
show
any
for it.
movie.
I know. But then just get out of your own way and make the bish. It's not about how much money you have. It's not about whether the producers are ready. It's go Hollywood or don't.
Okay.
You're right.
That
Really? That has
the tone of an inspirational speech, but it was like kind of gibberish.
Yeah, lacking any sort of like direction.
it doesn't matter
or-
if you have money, just
was
go
a-
Hollywood or don't.
I feel
was a milkshake.
inspired.
Yeah.
I think it was a
Why?
milkshake because it's somewhat lacking in nutritional value, what I was saying.
Totally.
But there is some truth there. There's some calcium. I'm a
Yeah.
severely vitamin D deficient man.
I think you're right about how that speech was as useful as a milkshake is healthy.
Well, no, sorry. You can't change the adjective there. It has to be, it was as useful as a milkshake was useful, nutritionally.
Healthy.
So, useful in terms of health is healthy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, do you feel inspired at all by what I say?
Yeah, but I've already been like I'm gonna make a movie, like a real small movie.
That's more than I've heard you say.
That like
No,
we're
that
looking
was
at
his
like
New
a
Year's
10-day
resolution,
shoot
yeah.
schedule.
Yeah.
It's gonna be real lo-fi.
And you could do it for like 50 grand because then you'd only need $5,000 a day.
yeah, that's about what we're looking at.
That is what he said.
But
last
what if you
time
could
we
get
had
100?
him.
If we get 100, yeah,
That's 10 grand a day.
Yeah, and that would allow us to play a little bit more with some stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you want Casey to go Hollywood, go Hollywood. What about when he's gone Hollywood?
Oh yeah.
Then don't forget the people who inspired you along the way.
Allie, Amir.
Me.
I don't know. I think you might miss these times.
Wow.
You specifically.
I wish somebody would have told us that these were the good old days.
That's how I feel about the beginning of this show before I was forced, by the way, to make it a video podcast. Because I used to edit the shit out of this stuff, and that's why people loved it. Because then it was tight. All this stuff that, basically this whole episode would have been cut, other than me maybe screaming at Casey and maybe,
I thought there was always like a video component with Zoom.
we did it over Zoom, but there was no video until I think episode like 80.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's how we built a fan base. And we're losing them now that it's the video because you can't cut shit out. You can't cut the silences. When I
Yeah,
say
you
over,
can.
Really?
That's why there's multiple cameras, so you can.
Kind
If
of
you
play
got to
with
cut
the
something out, you
angles,
can.
That's what
yeah.
I was gonna
And
say.
there's not any jump cuts, but you just don't want to do it.
No, well, it's just, I don't have the time or energy.
You don't have the energy.
It's hard because I
Definitely have the time.
because I don't
Do anything else.
Yep.
Right.
I inspire. I actually resent the implication I don't do anything else because I kind of inspire.
Who?
Casey.
No,
Casey and
man.
others. Do you want me to inspire you?
I'm okay.
I'd love it.
To inspire Amir or to inspire you?
No, inspire me.
Let me guess.
Okay.
Someone along your journey said you couldn't do it. Am I wrong? I'll take your silence as I've never been so inspired.
Oh.
Sorry, was there music? Or?
Was that it?
There was music.
Yeah, there was music.
But as soon as I tried to listen, it ended.
Cut
That was
off.
way easier than I thought it was going to be.
Thank you.
Did that not work? We can try one more time.
Sure, try one more time.
Headphones?
Okay.
Let me guess. Someone along the way, as you launched toward you, said, I don't think that wench has what it takes. But are their words poison to you? Or are their words joyson to have? Because alchemically, you can take dirt and let it grow into a beautiful mast of flowers, a stem from which joy rises from the ashes phoenixily. New word. Because the Allie Khan story ain't over, folks. For it has just begun. And for the thousands of haters, for the doubters, for the people who say, who's Allie Khan? Let them taste the poison in their jaundiced gums and say, enough is enough. We need a world stage where Allie Khan is playing every part. A one-woman show. Because we're all one. And that one is Casey.
You can't call her a wench.
It wasn't me saying that. It was the doubters. It was the tweet and deleters.
Right. Are Your second attempt was much better than the first.
I think the first one was succinct. I just think people didn't understand it.
The second one had joie de vivre.
Uh-huh. But I also, I was quoting somebody, but somebody called you a wench.
At some point?
At some point, I'm sure.
You're sure?
It was me. It was me, all right?
I'm the problem. It's me.
That's true. That's true. Oh, you were singing.
Yeah.
Sorry. This is so fucked up with plugs.
Venmo or
Yeah.
No, I'm retiring Venmo.
Really?
I made enough last year.
How much? Can you say how much? I'll bleep it. How much did you make?
Allie has to pay taxes.
Yeah, I have to pay taxes.
It's just annoying.
Yeah. I thought I was making more, but actually now I'm giving some back because I made that much.
You only made money for the U.S. government.
Uncle Sam. We're moving to Zelle.
Patreon.com/Riley and Geoff. We're still doing Zoom parties over there.
Zardies.
Yeah, Zardies. So please help pay our rent and help fund our retirement because I take all that money, I put it into a
Roth
Vanguard.
IRA.
Sorry, Vanguard is what I was going to say.
You put it into Vanguard.
S&P, yeah.
Oh.
So it's compounding interest. Every dollar you make in your 26th year of life is worth more than like if Amir started investing now. Like he only has 24 years.
No, I thought we figured out he has like 80 to 100 more years.
Well, you think the retirement age is going to be raised?
Yeah, to 120.
God, that would be so
Plugs.
cool.
Even plugs, you guys are staring at me. Say something. Plug your shit.
To be honest, my ears are ringing.
I
From
have
the
tinnitus
music. Yeah.
Do you really?
from this concussion. Yeah, when I lie awake at
Jackson, Maine.
Nice. Cut your hair. Cut your
Just
hair.
wanted to take another look
Cut
at
your
you.
Pit Wall. Listen to the Pit Wall.
Yeah.
Formula One. And Venmo me money for the movie.
That'd be cool.
I'll have like a
Official.
Oh, like an
raising
official
like a
there.
cocktail
Yeah.
hour at an art gallery opening where you like, or it's a fundraiser.
Yeah.
You
probably
basically-
not like that.
because the whole event would cost half the budget.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, just save your money
Mhm.
until I'm ready to officially ask
Save your
for
money
it.
until-
Up until you can donate to your
Yes.
art.
Yeah,
Save
yeah,
up
yeah.
until Casey's ready.
Yeah, until I'm
Follow
ready
me on
to ask.
Instagram
Mhm.
You
at
need
Allie Khan.
1,000 people to give you $50.
At Letterbox.
That's it.
At Allie Khan. Casey just followed me. Huge.
Whoa.
Yeah.
On Letterboxd?
Yeah.
Do you want to soft pitch the idea for your show and get people talking about it?
No, I can't yet.
Okay, never mind. Amir?
I woke up in a new Bugatti, quite frankly.
I thought you were
So-
going to plug the brand of dialysis you're on. What? No way that's the thing that actually hurt his feelings. I feel like there's been so much worse said. He said I was a cotton candy man a couple weeks ago, and
You were.
That was a Headgum original.